Rec League Podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, Podchaser, Pocket Cast, Breaker Good Pods, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 72. Available now. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram or YouTube itself. What up, world? So, I just watched King Richard. It is the new sports drama true story, and it stars Will Smith, and Janae Ellis, Sanaya Sidney, Demi Singleton, Tony Goldwyn, Dylan McDermott, Andy Bean, John Bernthal, and Kevin Dunn. It is directed by Ronaldo Marcus Green. I think that's his name. He directed Joe Bell with Mark Wahlberg earlier this year. He directed Monsters and Men with John David Washington. This is the true story of the come up. Venus and Serena Williams living in Compton, California. Their dad, before they were even born, had their lives and a plan for them to succeed mapped out. And he does whatever he can to see that it happens. Just like I said in my last review, Ghostbusters Afterlife, this is another one that I'm pretty sure was like scheduled for like Thanksgiving-ish last year. And COVID delayed it. But it's like Will Smith, true story. This had my attention. I know nothing about tennis. But I was watching this regardless. And I am happy to say that this is one of Will Smith's all-time best performances. Like, Will Smith is great in this movie. This like, to me, this is like a blueprint for parenting. Yes, they're in Compton. Yes, they're in the hood. Yes, all the experts, all the stereotypes say that there's no path to succeed. Discipline, hard work, determination, good parenting. Like, this movie shows that it doesn't matter what your situation is. If you want it bad enough, you can get it. Don't take no for an answer. If somebody else has a suggestion or a recommendation that isn't part of your plan, don't do it. Like, there are scenes in this movie where it seems like Will Smith or Richard Williams may have been taking advantage of somebody, or may have like just been ignoring what somebody in a more knowledgeable position is telling him. But this movie doesn't exist if he didn't do it his way. Who knows if Venus and Serena are two of the best all-time tennis players ever if he didn't do it his way. He talks to all these coaches and tennis pros, experts, professionals, and he himself, like, he studied up on the game, and he knows, like, he's been coaching his daughters as much as he can, but like they've hit a ceiling as far as like tennis courts in the hood, you know, with the gang activity in Compton in the late 80s, early 90s. They're good parents. They wanted them to be kids. They wanted them to be in school, to have fun, to not get worked to death at such a young age that they ended up in trouble. And like, even like, I didn't know CPS got called in the 90s. Like, it's in the trailer. But like, CPS got called in the 90s for parents being hard, stern parents. And today you can't tell your kid no without CPS popping out in the middle of nowhere. But like, this, man, like, it's a good movie. It's interesting. It's about a sport I'm not a fan of, and I was like leaning up in the edge of my seat during the tennis matches. The kids are good. Sanaya Sidney as Venus is great. The movie, like, they're both in it. They both get a lot of shine, but I feel like at an angle, at one point the focus started because Venus is a little older. She got the opportunities first, and like she came out with the beads in her hair, and I swear it was like a comic book movie, and the superhero got a suit upgrade. Like it was dope. And then like John Bernthal plays one of their coaches, probably like their primary coach before they like really take the next step. And I feel like he gave a performance that he's never given before. Like John Bernthal is a dude who always surprises me. Like he's been in 3 movies this year, all through Warner Brothers, crazily. Those Who Wish Me Dead, The Many Saints of Newark, King Richard. He's a chameleon, man. He adapts to all 3 of these movies. No role is the same. No performance is the same. He's got a different voice in all 3 of these movies. And it's like, none of them are Shane from The Walking Dead. None of them are Frank Castle from The Punisher. He's a great actor. If Will Smith doesn't get this Oscar, I don't even care what other awards caliber movies comes out. When they say and the Oscar for best male or best actor in a lead role, Will Smith, King Richard, like that's all I want to hear. He's amazing. Like this doesn't feel like 7 Pounds or Collateral Beauty, or dare I even say Concussion, where you knew like this is an Oscar bait movie. Like no, like this is a great movie about the come up of iconic athletes and the father who pushed them to be great. Like I said, like I feel like this movie could have been called Parenting for Dummies. Like he was encouraging and he was motivating. He was stern and he was strict, and the kids were always laughing and having fun. They were never discouraged. They were never like put down. They were never unmotivated. Like it's a very dope story. So with all that being said, in my opinion, I will say that King Richard is almost dope as fuck. Again, just like if you saw my Ghostbusters Afterlife review, this weekend is why I love the movies. 2 huge movies come out. One, a sequel, a franchise sequel, nerd, anticipation, fun, way better than I could have expected it to be. The other, an Oscar caliber awards, great performances, true story, like molded for award season. So have you seen King Richard? What you think about it? Positive, negative, somewhere in between? Let me know. As I said, I just posted a review for Ghostbusters Afterlife. I've also recently posted reviews for Clifford the Big Red Dog, Red Notice, Eternals. Check those out. Next weekend, I want to watch and review House of Gucci, Encanto, and Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. And then Bruised with Halle Berry is coming out on Netflix next weekend. So hopefully I can watch and review that too. Watch and review on Letterboxd at the very least, man. The most recent Rec League podcast episode, we were talking about Ivan Reitman, Jason Reitman, their filmography, the Ghostbusters franchise that bridges them. Yeah, man. So like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.